Cheryl, and this is Whole Bucket. Welcome and welcome back to the Whole Bucket and Zebra Talks. Zebra Talks. So disclaimer right off the bat. The lighting is bad today, and I can't get it right, and I think it's my sweater that is making it be off kilter. So I apologize for that, and I'll get off of my face very quickly. Disclaimer number 2, brain's not functioning very well today, but it is time to record a video, so I'm going to. That means my concepts are a little off kilter today, so I'm gonna do the art piece however I decide when I get there. There's no plan. Oh, whatever. Yeah, rough day in the brain department. Let's just switch right away. Here we go. There we go. Today is What Makes You Happy Day. Surround yourself with things that make you happy. How can your environment help you each day? Well, so I'm literally talking environment, like the things around you, right? That's very important because how your surroundings affect you, that's like an everyday, all the time thing, right? Every day, all the time. What surrounds you? And if your surroundings are inspiring and enlightening and energizing and soothing and all the things you need them to be, great. But if they're not, then the place you're hanging out in is not doing you any favors. So I thought we should identify some of the things that we surround ourselves with. So, what's that woman's name? Kondo? Can't remember her name. Anyway, the teach yourself to, the cleaning lady, the get organized lady, who says, if it doesn't bring you joy, get rid of it. It's kind of what I'm doing here, right? Kind of what I'm doing here. How do you make decisions? What do you surround yourself with? We're not always aware of what we surround ourselves with, really. So maybe this is time to take a look at what we're surrounded with and how we're surrounded. And maybe just start with one little space in your home and your environment. Like for me, it's going to be, I was going to say my bedroom, but not even my bedroom, just my side of the bed, right? For me, it's going to be my side of the bed. And I haven't done it yet, except a little bit. But there are changes to happen. But I thought this is a good place to get some guidelines, to get some thoughts in my head. And I hope that you can do the same about what you need to surround yourself with. And then pick a thing, pick a space, pick a focus, and start that. Start creating spaces with intent. Not just decorating, but with intent to be stronger and healthier and meet needs, right? Okay, so I'm kind of blabbering. I think what I'm going to do today is just, this is not technically Zentangle either, but I really just want to do this. I want to make some ovals. And then a middle. What color should my middle be? I don't know. How about this color? A circle. And this flower's gonna need a stem. And it's gonna need some leaves. Yep, this is what I'm doing. These are metallic markers, by the way. I don't know if you saw that. So something called Shuttle Art metallic markers. They were most likely really cheap. I like to play with stuff, so I don't really spend a ton of money or anything. Some of them, sadly, are running out already. They're not even that old. It makes me a little sad because I'm having fun with these metallic markers. Okay, that's all I'm doing today to start with. Kind of a trick there. This is all I'm doing to start with the flowers. So I'm going to do a few more of these, and then I will move on to the next step with the flowers. But in the meantime, let's talk about what kinds of things I'm going to be writing over here. First one on my list of things that make me happy is what I'm doing right now. Kind of gives it away. Rich colors. Jewel tones are my jam. And I think when you're working on creating a space that is what is healthy for you, happy for you, recouping for you, all the things that it can be and should be, really. Your spaces should be what you need them to be. Color is a very important thing. So I don't care for pastels. Let's just start there. I don't care for pastels. If I were to create a space that was full of pastels, I would feel uncomfortable all the time. I don't like it. What else? I don't like primary colors. They're too much. Ooh. I would be tense all the time. Pastels would make me sad all the time. Primary colors would make me anxious all the time. Jewel tones, however, totally my jam. Make me happy and comfy and cozy and inspired. All the good things. What if you are a pastel person? What if it makes you feel happy? Which is what we're talking about today, right? Feeling happy. Then that's your thing. And every single buddy is going to be different in this particular topic. Because maybe I like jewel tones, but maybe I don't like all of them. Or maybe you like pastels, but only in the cool department. Or maybe only in the warm department. Or maybe you like primary colors because you like the energy, but only in small bits. What if you create a really neutral palette with only blacks and whites with just pops of, I don't like that I just used that word, pops. Well, with just bits, strategically placed bits of the primary colors that you love. So, or what if you like primary colors, but you like all the primary colors and you like them to be glaring at you, right? What I would call glaring, but for you, it would be called energizing, right? Then surround yourself with all those colors. I had an aunt who liked colors, and she did in her house the craziest mix of colors. And it didn't make sense to a lot of people, but it made her happy, right? That's what's important. Okay, so color is the first thing on my list. I'm going to make the purple petals a little bit bigger. So the next thing on my list is magical things. What in the world does that mean? Well, there's no real magic in the, right? Like, I'm talking like wizards and dragons and all that kind of jazz. I mean, I guess it's debatable if there is real magic like that or not real magic like that. No actual proof either way, I guess. I don't know. But things that are sort of mystical, ethereal, fantastical, fantasy novel things are just, I just can't get enough. Oh, look at me. So enthusiastic, I'm shaking my desk. Yeah, those kinds of things are just what I need. I need to feel and believe the fantastical. So I have vases that are jewel toned glass. And the fact that you can see, and they're textured. So the fact that you can see through them, but their rich color makes the sort of ethereal feel that I'm talking about. I have fake plants in my house, but they're never like a rose, right? They're always viney and wispy and stuff like that. I have I can't think of what else. Anyway, so magical things. Magical things are my thing. Next on my list of things is hold on, I'm grabbing a pen and I keep picking up the wrong ones. An 05 will do. I'm grabbing a liner marker at this point. So the next on my what makes me happy list, because I made it ahead of time, it's over here, at least some ideas, is a foresty feel. So I got jewel tones, I got magical, and now I have the forest. Anybody who knows me is gonna go like, duh. I mean, that's like me in a teacup. So I should surround myself with nature and squirrels. Squirrels are the best. And jewel tones, like all the flowers in the forest and all the crystals that you might find. Amazing. Amazing. So I have a couple other weird things on my list. And I'm gonna stop my flowers for a second and write down the things that we've already said. I like rich colors. I just thought of something else. So since I said let's create environments filled with things that make us happy, right? And maybe pick a spot to start and go assess and figure out what should stay there and what should maybe get out and be replaced and that sort of thing, right? I didn't think of textures really, but textures are also super important, and textures can be visual, but I'm talking about the tactile part, right? So, I'm gonna say fuzzy, fluffy, squishy, and I'm gonna write it like that too because that's my word. I just squishy. Yeah. Okay, now back to what I had already said. Magical. Magical in quotations. Magical things. So just things that make me feel that magic is possible. Things that make me feel that a fantasy world exists. And when I'm not feeling well and I'm sitting in my squishy, fluffy, fuzzy blankets that are in deep purple or raspberry colors, and having my tea, I can believe in, magic. Whatever. I keep losing my thoughts. I apologize. I suppose it's really not that different than every other time I've done this, huh? Okay, magical things are my jam. I also said foresty. A foresty feel. I have always wanted to build and have never done or been able to do a paper mache fake tree in my house. Right now, I have a big carpet roll cardboard, right? That would be a great base for that. But I am so limited in what I can physically do, and I don't even keep up with real life now. So the idea of me getting to build my fake tree ever is kind of probably not gonna happen. But I'm still dreaming about it. It might happen. You never know. It's probably not gonna happen. But I would build a fake paper mache tree in my bedroom and have it like droop over my bed so that there's like leaves hanging. And then of course then you put like fairy lights or some kind of hanging string light thing in there. Probably something that looks like little lanterns, because lanterns are just amazing to me. Sometimes I am just so easy to please. Anything that looks lanterny is kind of magical to me. Okay, so the next thing that is on my list is something that makes me very happy, but I think I need to adjust my expectations because it is sort of limiting. Because it kind of makes me brain lock and then not function and not do anything at all. That's not good. So anyways, what is it? It's this. I kind of have a love affair with done. That's anything, right? I don't like things up in the air. I like decisions being made, action being taken, and a thing being completed, which is ridiculous because I don't finish much of anything. I mean, what I don't finish far outweighs what I actually do finish. So for me to have a love affair with done, but hardly ever finish, means that I fail. Okay, that's not nice to say. I feel like I set myself up for feeling like I failed, is what that actually is. If I have a love affair with done, and I most of the time do not get done, then I'm just feeling bad. So what I need to do is really temper that. I need to temper that expectation. Maybe done is just one step of a thing. Maybe done is just the plan of a thing. You know, maybe done comes in stages. Or maybe I just need to learn to appreciate the stages of a thing rather than the thing being done. So this one requires some thinking. I realize that this is not a thing that makes me happy. Like, not a physical thing, right? But because I'm thinking of changing my environment or checking my environment to include things that make me happy, and because I know this about myself, I don't want to set this situation up for bad feelings or feelings of failure or anything like that. So I wanted to acknowledge it just the same. You also may have things that you need to acknowledge in this process. So I just wanted to take a minute to talk about that. All right, so the last thing on my list for today is really silly. But I discovered that I am not alone in this, which, I mean, of course there's other people who think the same thing or feel the same thing. But here, I'm going to pull something over here and move the book, is the last thing on my list. Not this one specifically, but I love things in kit form. It's true. So this right here is not always easy to open, but this right here is a keyboard cleaning kit. I love this thing. I don't know why, but all of the little bits and pieces in a place. I don't use this brush for this. I wonder if I could put this in my art supplies maybe. Anyway, when things are in a contained space like this, all the bits and pieces that you need to do a thing are together. This somehow makes me feel important and organized, and my son said it best, qualified. I don't know why, but it does. So I have been rearranging my art studio for almost a year now. It's ridiculous how long things take me to do. But one of the things I've been doing in my art studio is creating everything that I do in kits. For instance, right now, we are doing some Zentangle stuff. And I can't find my blending stumps and whatever, so I don't know where that is, and it's not in here yet. But this is my Zentangle kit. My black and sepia markers, colored pens, charcoal, white charcoal, and a white jelly roll. The blending stumps will also go in here. My metallic markers I don't think will go in here. They're really for other stuff for the most part. But there's my kit for that. I have other kits for embossing. So I don't have that available to me all the time, but I can take it out and do a whole bunch of embossing stuff whenever I feel like it. I have different kits for wax seals and watercoloring, but that one's kind of a mess still, but it's getting there. I have different kits for every project that I want to do in my journal making. So everything is beading. Beading is a rough one because I have a lot of beading stuff, and boy, beading is hard to organize. But I do have a tool kit and a findings kit at least for the beading stuff. So I don't know why kits make me happy, but they do. So I am doing that. Now I'm thinking, what can I do next to my bed for when I am recovering or recharging or what have you in kit form? Well, this that we're doing right now and that I just showed you, the Zentangle kit, is certainly one, because I do a lot of this kind of stuff when I'm laid up or when I'm recharging. So this is certainly one. I have a separate kit of, I have a separate kit of this stuff for my bedroom. So that's one thing. I also, you wouldn't know it by looking at them now, but I also do my nails when they grow. So here's the thing about my nails. They only grow for a little while, and then they fall apart. And then it takes them a while to recover, and then they recover and they grow again. I don't know what that's all about. I don't like it. But when they do grow, I have a kit of nail stuff. So I will sit in my bed with my lap desk thingy jobber and do my nails or do some drawing. Oh, you know what else I have in kit form? I don't like this one very much. Medicine. All of the meds I have to take and the pill boxes that I set them up in. I have that in kit form. I'm not happy with the kit form entirely because it's kind of chaotic. But I also have a thing for hat boxes. So I have them all in a hat box. That's kind of a kit, right? I mean, it's really just storing them all in one place. But I have the pill cutter in there, and I have extra pill boxes in there, and I have the once in a while meds in there so that I can restock those, you know, in my office or in my purse, or emergency meds for when I have a crisis, right? So it's kind of a kit and it's kind of just storage. Whatever. Yeah. I think that's enough. Kits of things. I'm going to write it down because I think this is a good start. I think this is a good start for me. Because look what I can do just with this little processing that we just did and this information that I have. I have chosen my place to start. It is my bed space. And I've chosen all the things that I can go check for. Now, some of these things might already be there. There might be things that I have there and I have them there for a reason, but they don't fit into this thing. So maybe I find a way to disguise them or put them away or package them different or, you know, paint things. I can paint things. I don't really care for my pill hat box, but I like the hat box. So maybe I paint that, or maybe I decoupage it, or I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe there are things that have to be there that I can't get rid of, but I can change the appearance somehow. Maybe there is stuff that is messing with my zen or whatever, and I need to get rid of them. Maybe that needs to go. Maybe I have stuff in other places in my house that can go in this area and work much better for me. As I'm doing the project, here's something to remember. That maybe I need to relax about the whole done thing. And just consider things a progress. A thing in progress. Right? And then I love kits. Remember that. So as I'm setting things up for my recharge recover space, I can put things in kit form whenever and wherever possible. So when I sit down to do some recovering, I'm instantly happy. I'm pulling out my Zentangle kit, right? I'm not happy filling my pill boxes. I don't think I'm ever happy filling my pill boxes. I kind of hate it. But, still, if I put it in a beautiful box and maybe even better organize it and put it in a pill box, maybe a different box, or just make my box better. Maybe it just feels a little less miserable. Okay, that's all for today. I think that's enough for today. What makes you happy? What environment are you going to start with? What environments are you, maybe I could make a list. Maybe I should make a list of environments that I want to work on. Spaces to start with and then branch out from, right? Tell me what you think. Tell me what you're going to do. All right. That's about enough. I'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chatting. Bye.